A Troubled Beginning, The Early Years of XXXTENTACIon, Jose Duane Ricardo. Onfroy was born on January 23, 1998, in Plantation, Florida. Growing up in Lauderhill, he faced numerous challenges from an early age. His mother, Cleopatra Bernard, struggled to care for him due to financial difficulties, leading to Jose often being in the care of his grandmother. Known for his rebellious nature and quick temper, he frequently got into fights at school, resulting in multiple suspensions and eventually expulsion. Despite these struggles, Jose showed an early interest in music, joining the school and church choirs where his raw talent began to shine. His teenage years were marked by further turmoil, including time in juvenile detention centers. During these difficult years, he began to channel his emotions into music, writing lyrics to express his pain, anger, and frustration. This raw emotion and vulnerability in his songs resonated with many young listeners, becoming a defining feature of his short but impactful career. From SoundCloud to stardom, the birth of a musical prodigy. XXXTentacion's journey in the music industry began on SoundCloud, where he uploaded his first song, News Flock, in 2013. The raw, unfiltered nature of his music quickly caught attention. X's early tracks were characterized by distorted bass lines and aggressive lyrics, setting him apart from his peers. In 2014, he released his first EP, The Fall, showcasing his versatility with both hard-hitting rap tracks and more melodic, introspective songs. His breakthrough came in 2015 with the release of Look at Me, which went viral on SoundCloud, catapulting him into the mainstream. The song's distorted bass and X's aggressive delivery became his signature sound. Re-released in 2017, it reached number 34 on the Billboard Hot 100. It was clear that XXXTentacion was no longer just a SoundCloud rapper. He was becoming a force in the music industry. His willingness to push boundaries and experiment with different sounds and genres set him apart. His music resonated deeply with a generation of young listeners, expanding his fan base. Chart-topping hits XXXTentacion's rise to fame. His debut album, 17, released in August 2017, debuted at number 2 on the Billboard 200 chart. In March 2018, X released his second album, debuting at number 1. The hit single Sad peaked at number 1 on the Billboard Hot 100. The video for Sad featured X attending his own funeral, leaving a lasting impression. He collaborated with high-profile artists like Kanye West and Lil Pump. Breaking boundaries, a genre-defying artist. XXXTentacion was not content with being confined to a single genre, blending elements from hip-hop, R&B, rock, and even heavy metal. His track Look at Me exemplified his ability to merge genres, combining distorted bass typical of SoundCloud rap with aggressive lyrics reminiscent of punk rock. This unique fusion created a sound that was distinctly X, challenging listeners' expectations and pushing the boundaries of what rap could be. X's versatility was further showcased in songs like Changes, featuring a softer, more melodic side of the artist. This ability to switch between hard-hitting rap and emotional ballads demonstrated X's range as an artist. XXXTentacion's genre-defying approach influenced a new generation of artists, showing that it was possible to create music that didn't fit neatly into one category. Section 5. The X Effect Influence on Fans and the Music Industry. XXXTentacion's impact extended far beyond his music, cultivating a deeply personal connection with his fans. X was known for his raw honesty about his struggles with mental health, openly discussing his battles with depression and anxiety in his music and social media. This vulnerability resonated deeply with his young audience, many of whom saw X as more than just a musician. He became a voice for a generation grappling with mental health issues, providing solace and understanding to those facing similar struggles. X's willingness to confront these topics head-on in his art was groundbreaking, helping to destigmatize conversations about mental health in hip-hop. He helped popularize the SoundCloud rap movement, a DIY approach to music production and distribution that changed the game. Many current stars got their start following X's blueprint, and his success forced the industry to take notice of emerging trends. His ability to generate massive streaming numbers and chart success without major label support was unprecedented, leading to changes in how labels scouted and developed new talent. X's career trajectory became a case study in the power of internet-driven fame. Section 6. Controversy and Criticism, the Dark Side of Fame. XXXTentacion's rise to fame was not without controversy. facing serious legal troubles throughout his career. In 2016, he was arrested on charges of false imprisonment, witness tampering, and aggravated battery of a pregnant victim, casting a dark shadow over his public image. The charges against X sparked intense debate among fans and critics alike, highlighting the complex relationship between art and artist in the modern era. X's music itself was also a source of controversy, with lyrics often containing graphic depictions of violence and misogyny. Despite the controversies, XXXTENTACION maintained a fiercely loyal fan base, many of whom viewed the criticism as an attempt to silence a voice that spoke to their experiences. The debate surrounding X's legacy continues to this day, raising important questions about accountability, redemption, and the role of art in society. Section 7. A Life Cut Short. The Tragic Death of XXXTENTACION. On June 18, 2018, the music world was shocked by the news of XXXTENTACION's death. The young artist was fatally shot outside a motorcycle dealership in Deerfield Beach, Florida, at the age of 20. The incident was initially reported as an apparent robbery gone wrong, with details quickly emerging. X had been shopping for motorcycles when he was approached by two armed men, ending with X being shot multiple times. Despite efforts to save him, he was pronounced dead at the hospital, leaving the music industry and his fans reeling from the sudden loss. In the days following his death, 4 suspects were arrested in connection with the murder, revealing that the attack was premeditated. The senseless nature of the crime added to the tragedy of X's untimely death, highlighting the ongoing issue of gun violence in America. Section 8. Mourning a Legend. The world reacts. The news of XXXTENTACION's death sent shockwaves through the music industry and beyond, with fans around the world devastated by the loss of their idol. Social media was flooded with tributes and expressions of grief, as many struggled to come to terms with the sudden and violent end to such a promising young life. Fellow artists were quick to pay their respects, with Kanye West tweeting, "Rest in peace, I never told you how much you inspired me when you were here. Thank you for existing." Other stars like J. Cole, Travis Scott, and Ski Mask the Slump God also shared heartfelt messages, demonstrating X's impact on his peers in the industry. Vigils and memorials sprang up across the country, with thousands of fans gathering in Florida for a public memorial service. The event was a testament to the deep connection X had forged with his audience, with many speaking of how his music had helped them through difficult times in their own lives. The reaction to X's death also reignited discussions about violence in hip-hop, with some pointing to the tragic irony of an artist who often rapped about death meeting such a violent end. X's music lives on. Despite his untimely death, XXXTENTACION's legacy grew, with Skins debuting at #1 on the Billboard 200. It featured collaborations with Kanye West and Travis Barker. In 2019, Bad Vibes Forever included Lil Wayne, Blink-182, and Tory Lanez. His song Sad reached #1 on the Billboard Hot 100. Many tracks re-entered the charts, highlighting his enduring appeal. These releases ensured X's legacy would continue to evolve. Section 10. The Complex Legacy of XXXTENTACION. XXXTENTACION left behind a complex and controversial legacy as a talented artist who touched millions with his music. His raw, emotional lyrics spoke to a generation struggling with mental health issues and societal pressures, with X's willingness to be vulnerable in his art being revolutionary in the often hyper-masculine world of hip-hop. However, X's legacy is also marred by the serious allegations against him, with charges of domestic violence casting a long shadow over his career. Many continue to grapple with how to reconcile his artistic contributions with his alleged actions, with this tension between art and artist remaining a central part of discussions about X's impact. X's influence on the music industry is undeniable, helping to popularize a new sound and approach to hip-hop, with his success on streaming platforms changing how the industry viewed emerging artists. Many current stars cite X as a major influence on their own careers, with his genre-blending style continuing to inspire new generations of musicians. Ultimately, XXXTENTACION's legacy is one of contradiction, raising important questions about redemption, accountability, and the relationship between an artist's work and their personal life. Section 11. Remembering X, How Fans Keep His Memory Alive. Fans share their favorite songs, lyrics, and memories of X, with murals depicting the late artist appearing in cities around the world. Fan-made music videos, covers, and remixes of his songs populate YouTube and SoundCloud. X's family has also played a role in preserving his legacy, overseeing the release of his posthumous work and merchandise. Perhaps the most significant way fans keep X's memory alive is by continuing the conversations he started.